Sometimes I feel like that I'm the salesperson, I'm the underwriter, I'm the negotiator, I'm the assistant to the real estate agent, I'm the assistant to the escrow officer, I'm an escrow officer, I'm a title person, I'm answering questions that other people should answer but won't. Sometimes you feel like the team is just you.
Hello agents, and welcome to another episode of the One Bite at a Time show. Today I want to talk about having a great team. So what's in a team? Now we can afford to have an escrow person that's not on their best. We can even afford to have the other agent not at their best. But you cannot afford to have your lender not at their best. Bringing their A game, playing at 100%. Yes, of course, we've all had transactions that didn't go so well. Although we may have closed at the end and we got a commission, and that's good, it just left a taste in our mouth that wasn't very good. And it probably did the same thing for your client as well. Yes, we have a great team. And yes, certain things you can expect from us. For example, we're not going to send out email after email after email that's not being responded to. By the first time something's not responded to, we're on the telephone, baby. Don't you hate it when people just rely on email? And yes, we answer the phone 95% of the time. They don't get voicemail. And if they do get a voicemail, or they have to leave a message with an individual, they will be called back 100% of the time, VQ. That's very quick. That is at the core of our customer service. And yes, we're on top of emails like flies on shat. Can I say shat? And yes, we accept text messages. We can accept text messages on our digital phone lines, as well as our cell phones, of course. So we don't miss text messages when they come in. When we're communicating with your client, we are going to communicate with them in their preferred way. Some of them just want text. Some want emails, some want phone calls, some don't matter. But we're going to be cognizant of what they want. And yes, we're going to be available for you and your clients after hours. In these days, you have to be. Here's an example of your lender being on their A game. Recently, I had a customer, a borrower, call me complaining about their real estate agent. Now, their real estate agent, of course, referred them to me, so I understood how important this call was. So I asked him if I could call him right back. And once I got off the phone, I called the realtor. We talked for a long time. We looked back at the emails and conversation. And I realized that this realtor had done an awful lot for their client. In fact, more so than maybe even they were to be expected of. So I took a little time to determine what I was going to say. And I called back that client and we spent some time on the phone. And I explained in detail what their real estate agent had been doing all the way up until now. And in the end, I believe that client changed their entire tune about their agent. So sometimes one of your partners is going to hear something negative about you. I would hope that I would have a partner on the other side if there was some misunderstanding about what we were doing or what I was doing. That's what being a great team member is all about. In another recent transaction, I was working with a borrower who, believe it or not, took 2.5 years to find and buy a home. They were just very difficult to work with, very picky in what they wanted, didn't make offers when their real estate agent recommended them to. They just weren't real good followers when it came to listening to advice from people who were trying to help them. I think everyone listening to this has had somebody like that in their life. Even the real estate agent I was working with was extremely patient. Unfortunately, she left the state after working with them for over 2 years. She referred them to another agent, which they didn't like, and they changed agents 5 more times. But they stuck with us. And the reason that was, I believe, is because he felt that he was being listened to. And it was hard. I got to say it was hard. But that's my job, especially when an agent refers a client to me. I don't have the liberty to just fire that client, because all that's going to do is cause a problem between me and you. I don't have that liberty. If I get a difficult client from an agent who referred them to me, I have no choice but to make it my top priority to make sure that client feels cared for, listened to, all the way through to the end. And sometimes that's not easy. The final agent in that process did understand that, and we were able to work as a team very well, and we were able to close the transaction actually relatively quickly, and they felt very good at the close. That's an example of working like a team.